That one right there is breaking on me.
Put your hand up there and find that.
I know it's got voltage on it because it feeds both those lights from the
Ain't
same
but about one way to find that.
That's right, boy. All right, she's hot. She's running.
Hello, everybody. Gene, Trey here, up in Trey's garage with the wood. I mean, this is a fantastic background for the review of the 17. Well, no, let me rephrase that. This is not a review. This is a showcasing of, if you will, of the 1791 Gunleather holsters and belt that they sent us. They do smell really, really good. I will say that we're not the kind of people that receive something from someone. We want to be the kind of people that you guys can trust. You can trust in what we say. You can trust in what we tell you and our personal experience. And it takes a little bit of time. And they sent us, how many they send you?
They sent me 3 and you 3, right?
So that's 6. They sent us 6 holsters. And I'm not an IWB guy. That's not me. I'm a little chubby. That doesn't work out too great for me. I tried my best, but I don't do the whole cramming in the pants thing. I got enough gut in there as it is. So the IWBs, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of any IWBs, but these are really super nice, well-made holsters. And now they did send one outside the waistband, so this is an outside or inside the waistband here. So you got your little clip there if you want to put it inside the waistband, and you also have, if you want to put a cant on there, you could slide your belt through it. And I'm pretty sure that this is, well, this is a right hand, so this is a right-hander. Multi-fit inside or outside the waistband holster. And I have actually done a short on this. I've actually broken this in. I actually put, this is a number 5, so it says for Beretta 92 FS, PX4, Glock 17, 19, 20, 21, and so on and so forth. Basically about any Glock. I put a Glock 36 in here and it fit very nicely. It was a very nice snug fit. You can see where the discoloration of the leather there, where the trigger guard was at. I put it in here and I did actually carry it around. I done a short on it actually. And it's still a little bit stiff, you know, because you do have to break it in. I think Trey knows a little more about the break-in process, but
yeah,
I did the belt thing. So I had it like this here with the belt running through it. I was not using the Gunleather belt that they sent us at the time, I don't think. I think I was using my 511 belt because it's a little bit wider and it fit a lot nicer inside of here. Let's see, this, I don't know what belt size this was made for. I'm not really sure. My 511 belt was a 2-inch belt, so it fit in here a lot nicer, and so it held it a lot better. And so I think we requested, I think this is a 1-inch belt that we requested from 1791. Now, in as much as I'm not going to say a whole lot about the holsters, because again, we have to take time with these holsters. There's 3 of them. Trey does carry inside the waist, so he'll get a little bit better experience with his inside the waistband holsters, but it takes time to break these things in, actually carry them every day, sweat on them,
yeah,
bend, shape shift as he does when he's underneath, crawl spaces and things of that nature. It's just going to take time for us to really be able to give our opinion on the matter. And with me being a belt holster only guy, you know, that's the only, well, I mean, I'm pocket carrying today. I don't know if they make pocket holsters or not, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get that out. Well, that's good. You want it to be hard to get out, but
maybe.
Yeah,
depends on the situation.
Well, the gun itself comes out pretty easy.
Well, that's
you
good.
Know, you don't want the holster to come out.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So anyway, I pocket carry when I got my shorts on, but on Sundays, when I go to church, like if we go to a special event, go out to eat or something, and I got on a nice shirt I have untucked or something, you know, I'll have every time, all the time. So this will be carried exclusively for me through the winter because I'm a huge fan of leather holsters. I've always liked the Versacarry holsters, but I can tell you this out the gate, that the stitching on this, and just the overall quality, the build quality, just holding this in your hand and everything, it is definitely better made than the VersaCarry holster. Now, I'm not going to say that I would prefer this because I don't know yet. Again, I haven't got to carry it enough yet. So hopefully at some point in the near future, we can get a lot more experience with these. We just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about them. We're going to start carrying them when we do our range reviews. I'm actually going to carry this the next time we're out at the range, and I'm going to put one of the guns. I'm not sure which one we might be reviewing. It fits quite a number of guns on here, and I'm sure it'll probably fit more than what's listed here. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to use this one the next time we go to the range, and we're going to get a little wear and tear on these things, you know, get them wet, get them sweaty, so that we can do a little bit better review. Because although we do have a discount code, we don't want to just bust out there and tell you that we highly recommend the holster, because we don't want to destroy our credibility with you guys. We really want to make sure that they're worth the money and worth what you would willing to spend on it. But I can say this, they're extremely well made. You can just hold this and tell how well made these things are, and the attention to detail and craftsmanship. Now, before Trey talks about his holster and the break-in process, I will say that I really like the belt that they sent us, the 1791 belt. I don't wear leather belts. I don't wear belts with holes in them, because seemingly for me, one hole is too short, one hole is too long, and I can't ever find, I end up cramming a hole through it with a freaking punch or something to get it at the right spot, you know?
Yeah.
And if I do find the correct hole on the belt, within about a week and a half of wearing it, the hole starts to open up. It starts to space out. That has not been the case with this belt. I like this belt a lot, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on it from people that typically do not compliment one's attire. I have gotten, like I said, my daughter just had a kid recently. I was in the hospital. People were complimenting my belt, how good it looked, how much they liked it. I told them about it. I wear it almost exclusively now. Every day I wear it to church. And I did, like I said, I did have the holster on here, but since I don't do inside the waist and so forth, and this seemed to be a little bit wider than this belt here, it did have a little bit of play in it. So I did wear my 511 when I was wearing this, but I missed the belt. And that is very, very odd for me, because I am a Velcro, pull it tight, 511 kind of guy. I already, out the gate, I'm telling you, I can recommend this belt. This is a very nice belt. I've had belts from other companies that I've bought with my own money offline, claim to be gun belts and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, they don't hold a candle to the build quality of this belt. So in as much as I can't right now of a good conscience recommend these holsters based off of our use, I can from the build quality. I certainly can recommend the belt. We'll put some still pictures up of the belt,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely I can recommend the belt already. You got a belt too, don't you?
Yeah, I got a belt too. I wear it every Sunday to church. It's one of those situations where I don't want to mess it up, because it's a really nice belt. Code, by the way, is G210 if you guys want to go pick you some of this product up. So yeah, I mean, as far as like holstering them and using them every day, haven't really done that. Just being honest with you guys up front, we're going to do that out at the range. But customer service, I can speak highly of that. The gentleman over at 1791, our contact,
What is that?
this is a holster. What do you mean?
Is that a belt? Oh my God.
Yeah. Did you not get one of those?
I did not.
Well, it should have
And
been a
this is a
left-handed.
left-handed.
Should have been a lefty.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, so actually,
I want one of these.
I'll hit him up. Maybe he can hook you up. I don't know.
That's a nice holster.
It is a
right
nice
there.
holster, yeah.
Now, I
It
like
pulls
that.
tight like some of those VersaCarries we have.
That looks
Yeah.
almost similar to the VersaCarries that I have. I am jealous.
That thing's thick, man. Like, the leather is not cheap leather, guys. Like, this stuff is thick, well stitched, smells good. Your wife's gonna like the way it smells. I think it's a really cool
What did
company.
you put in here?
Nothing.
You ain't put a gun in here yet?
I haven't had time to break them in. And by the way, guys, the break-in period, I'm going to spare you guys reading, because I never liked classes where we had to read out of a book. But every single one of their holsters comes with a very detailed and informed instruction manual on how to break them in. And the reason it does is because leather is very sensitive to moisture, and you don't want to break them in with moisture because it really prohibits the stitching within the leather. It doesn't allow it to break in properly. So go with what they say as far as breaking in. Say that right out front. But when we first received all of this, they sent us 3 right-handed holsters. Forgot that I don't think I mentioned it, so it was my fault. They sent us those 3, the belts. Forgot to mention I was left-handed. I reached out. They're so helpful. They are so informative, knowledgeable about their own product. They can tell you about the leather, the clips, everything that goes into the making of their product. And it's an American company. So for those of you that like to support American products, this is a perfect company to support, and you get 10% off if you use our code. So,
and you're talking about the thickness on that holster. The reason I really gravitated towards it is because this is the exact holster, except it's right-handed, that I carry in the VersaCarry that I fell in love with. In fact, I was carrying the VersaCarry on Sunday, actually.
Yeah.
And, dude, like...
So that's the OW. So they sent me an OWB, an IWB, and an IWB/OWB with like 4 different ways you can carry it. It's got like all these different belt loops that you can put your belt through if you want to carry it.
Canted and stuff
canted
like that.
if you wanted to carry it like a flat carry, clip it on your belt. I mean, you can carry it 4 different ways. So they sent that. That one that Gene's talking about is completely outside the waistband, but like he was saying, whenever you tighten your belt, it pulls it
and see,
much
the
more secure.
VersaCarry has always done that. But one thing I've noticed about the VersaCarry recently, and this is why I say it takes time to really talk about the quality, is that they are thin on the end.
They are,
and so
yes.
they buckle up.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the day, as you're carrying it, it'll start kind of digging when it wasn't at first.
Right.
Because the ends of them buckle up on you and push it into your side. Dude, that is some thick leather.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I can't speak to the longevity of this thing or how it's going to hold up over time, but I have never held a leather holster in my life with the build quality of that right there. That is intense. That is some thick, thick leather.
It warrants a break-in period. You're not going to like get one randomly that doesn't need to be broke in, so don't think that's going to happen.
How
but
much do they run?
the price of them?
Yeah.
Well, 10% off if they use our code.
So you don't know.
But they vary in price. I don't know the price, no.
Well,
but
I think we should know that.
I promise you, I'll put a couple prices down below, guys, but I promise you that the quality you're paying for. You are paying for quality, and you will pay for quality no matter what you buy, truck, car, whatever. You're going to pay for quality, and you're getting it with 1791 Gunleather.
See, this is the one in the brown, of course, here that I'm pretty sure, but I think yours looks like it's a little bit smaller than
Yeah, I think mine's a size smaller than yours.
But now he's talking about the break-in process. Now, like I said, I put my Glock 36 down in here, and I wiggled and wiggled and wiggled. I took the magazine and took the round out of the chamber, and I wiggled that thing down in there, and I got it down in there. The only thing is, of course, the Glock 36 is not a 19 or 17, so the barrel's not as long. So the barrel didn't come all the way to the end. It come somewhere right along in here. But it was super tight, and I could barely get it out. Now, what I did, I see that they got the break-in processes and everything, and if you wanted it to happen faster, I'm sure you'd want to go by that. But I just stuck it in there. We got plenty of carry options. We probably got 200 guns between the two of us. So I wasn't in a huge hurry, just put it that way. So I put my 36 in there, really crammed it down in there really good, and I just laid it on the table for a week. And after a week, I pulled it out, and it was in and out, in and out. So that seemed to break it in. I'm sure, again, you probably should follow the instructions, but for me, I'm just a hard head. I don't like following instructions.
Well,
And it seemed to work out pretty good for me. And of course, this will be the one that I favor because I don't do the inside the waistband. So they sent me this one with the combat cut on it here, what they call a fair chase. Let me open this up and look at this thing. Feel how soft. Dude, you ain't got nothing like that. Feel on that.
what?
Ooh, that's soft stuff there.
That is really soft,
That
but it
feels
still
good,
feels
boy.
like it's really well made.
So that's inside the waist.
Dude,
you know. So
That's nice.
Yeah, that's going to be soft on the skin. Like, I mean, you see that.
That smells like a freaking cow.
That's super, super soft. I guess that's why they call it fair.
Yeah.
And so that's inside the waist. So that's going to cram down in there with your gut and everything. And you got your combat cut up here so that the top of your slide doesn't dig into your skin. And so when I do carry, that for me, that is the one drawback to this one, is that the Versa carries that I use that are not as well made as these are, I do buy them with the combat cut on there so that the top of the gun does not dig, you know, into. But I tell you what though, I successfully put this in my pocket because my SIG 938 fits in there like a doggone glove.
That is.
I don't know if you can see that or not.
That is a beautiful thing.
And I took this clip off of here and actually was able. I was just playing around with it. I actually was able to put this in my pocket, and it kind of served as a pocket holster. You know, I don't know if they make pocket holsters. I mean, maybe we'll look into that and see. But I used this for a day or two as a pocket holster, and
Nothing wrong with that.
my 938, even if you used it I think I actually did a short on this when I had it down inside my pants here.
Yeah.
With the 938. This fit a 938 really, really well. This is a size 1, and it says for, well, Bursa 380, Kel-Tec 380, so that makes sense. LCP, CSX, PPK. So it's a size 1, the Fair Chase. And
what's cool about this company too is that they make holsters for contemporary guns. So like a lot of times you'll find gun holster companies that don't make like a CSX. I mean, Smith & Wesson's most recent micro compact 9mm that they came out with this year, they already have or was that last year? Pretty sure it was this year. They already have a holster for it.
It was last year because Amanda got it last year.
They already have a holster for it. I mean, that's great. That's awesome.
So there's this one here. This one is size 4. It doesn't say Fair Chase on there. It's a SR9, Glock 17, 19, basically the same as that one there. And this is it's not as smooth, but this piece here, the combat cut piece, is really soft. And
it's black too.
Yeah, and it is black. But again, it's inside the waist. I guess maybe when Trey was asking me, maybe I should have told him, hey man, get me all outside the waistband because I don't carry inside the waist. But I'm about to go take this back off of here, and I'm going to try to see if I can't carry this as a pocket holster because, like I said, man, I put my 938 down in this thing, and I put it in my pocket, and I was able to get it in and out, just like I can with my DeSantis. DeSantis, is that what it is?
Well, it's so comfortable you don't even know you probably have a holster down there because of that leather, how smooth and clean it feels.
And so again, can't necessarily recommend the holsters. They're probably fine. They probably will outdo any other holster, leather holster you've probably